Guys! Ah! I'm sorry. I'm making up for the fact that Drew has food poisoning. He had to leave the show, so I'm trying to do my own song. It's not working.
I can do Rugrats theme song on the piano.
Guys, Aly and AJ are in the building! Woo! Guys, this is so crazy. I haven't had this reaction since I met Hillary Duff, and this might be bigger because there's two of you.
Okay, so it's Hillary Duff times
it's
2.
It's like Hillary and Haley, but not.
But not.
Thank you for having us.
Hi.
Hi.
I am just going to say, let me just start off. I have a lot of thoughts.
Okay.
Let me just start off by saying that Insomniatic is one of the most underrated albums of all time. And by the way, I love Like Whoa. I'm going to go real deep in this, Jess.
Do it. Okay. Dive in, babe. Put on your swim goggles.
I'm going to go really deep. My problem is, and I'm sure this isn't your guys' fault, the single selection was off. Division is one of the best pop songs ever written. Division's incredible. The fact that shit wasn't a single made me angry.
I do love that song.
Division's strong, yeah.
I do love that song.
Around graduation
like
time?
Whoa, I can't get in on that with you.
You like it or don't like it?
We don't.
I don't like it.
Oh, okay, I was lying.
Oh, you don't like it?
Can I keep it real? It's the one song I skip.
Oh, it's
Okay, that's fine. Good, I'm glad.
Shane, I love this.
Let's give it real. Sip the tea.
Sip that tea.
Literally in the car today.
Because that song, look, we wrote it. So it's like we were going through that at that moment and we thought that was cool. But now that you look back on it, it's like, no. It's not.
It's like, whoa.
Literally, it's like,
whoa,
it's like woof.
Yeah.
In my car when I was going through, and this is not me lying, because like I am very honest, I literally listened to that album at least once a month for literally the last 10 years. So I know all the songs, I love all the songs, but Like Whoa is the one I skip. And I think it's because it doesn't fit the album.
It doesn't fit the rest.
It feels like something that, and no shade, I love her, but it feels like something Raven Simone would have released. Like, it feels like a different Disney.
Yeah.
I totally get
It's
that.
the wrong vibe.
Wrong vibe.
But the vibe of Division, I'm just going to bring it back to Division for a second. If you guys would have released that during graduation season, that would have been the next As We Go On.
Actually, you're right.
Graduated. And the music video is a bunch of sad teenagers crying. I had it in my head. I was like, they need to call me.
Actually, you're right. You were right.
This year.
Maybe we resurrect this song.
This year.
On tour, and we fucking sing the song on tour.
Throw a couple of those in it.
Done.
Update it.
Yeah, right. Just like a little remix.
A little EDM in there.
Yeah.
Honestly, that means a lot because that song really kind of flew under the radar. The whole record did.
That whole record is incredible. I got every single person in my life onto it because it came out around 2005.
No, it was it's exactly 10 years ago. This
2007.
It was 2007?
Yeah, 2007. Is that crazy?
Interesting. Yeah. So I had just graduated. Yeah, and when that came out, I got everybody, my mom, I got everybody. Those are my friends.
I got everybody.
I got my mom into it. I got my grandma into it. No, because it was genuinely, literally like one of the best pop albums of all time. And I feel like, but when you bring it up to people, they know. Like everybody in my circle my sad circle, we all know.
That's very sweet.
Really nice.
We highly regret the cover of that record.
But very cutting edge because Solar Eclipse, guys, that cover was on point.
We were way ahead of ourselves.
We were so ahead. We were like, we know exactly when this is going to matter.
Yeah.
It's going to be during the Solar Eclipse 2017.
Yeah,
so Trevor's going to come back.
So true.
Well, really quick, we'll get to this again later because I want to talk more about it. But the new single, Take Me, out now. Guys, go get it. I've listened to it 500 million times. It keeps getting more and more views every day on YouTube because I've been checking. Every day it's getting more and more views. People are really like,
we're kind of blown away by it.
We're surprised.
To be honest.
We're a little surprised.
I'm not blown away because when people tell me like, oh, did you hear Aly and AJ are back? And I saw it like on BuzzFeed and all this stuff. I was like, about damn time.
I know.
It's about damn time. But now back to Insomniatic. Okay. But
Which is not a real word, by the way. We made that up.
We made it up.
It's great.
Yeah.
And
For those of you
wondering
wondering
now.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, just really proud about that, guys.
What do you look back and look at old music videos or old songs and just be like, wow, that was amazing, or like, oh,
Why?
fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only one that we look back at that we are not completely embarrassed by is Chemicals React. I think that's actually a great video.
I agree.
Right.
I agree.
Rush, I'm so confused why we're in Hawaii and why we're busking on the street. We didn't even know what busking was. They had to like explain it to us on set.
What's
I was like,
busking?
what is that?
It's like when you're
like
like
playing for like money.
You're selling yourself.
What'd you think it was?
I love the idea of Aly and AJ playing for money on a street
It was
corner.
just weird. It was all kinds of weird.
But in a
and it gave the I think it gave the director and like some of the executives at Hollywood Records an excuse to come to Hawaii. So they're like, let's shoot the video in Hawaii.
I'd do that shit.
Didn't
I'd be like, where
really
do I
make
want
any
to go?
sense.
We're going to Italy.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
I mean, we had
really think it
fun.
should be
We
shot
had fun
in Rome.
shooting it, but yeah, I mean, potential. It's funny. We had like a totally different.
I think Potential Breakup song's okay.
Oh my God,
Yeah, it's fine.
such a
Yeah, it's
fucking
okay.
good song.
But like,
I
why,
do like
but
the
why are we
song,
DJing?
but the video,
like, why are we? Why are we in a white room?
Why? My biggest thing is why during the bridge are we on a human turntable spinning?
I don't know.
We're spinning at one
Because
point.
you guys are the music.
That's very sweet. So we're
the
spinning.
first time I saw the first time I heard Potential Breakup Song was when you guys were singing on Live with Kelly. She didn't have a co-host at the time, I believe.
Oh, she didn't.
Wow, it was that
she was in
old
limbo.
school.
She was in limbo.
Isn't that crazy that I
Yeah.
remember? This is so weird. I remember that exact moment. I was in my living room.
I remember the outfit I wore on that.
Me too.
I probably could draw it. I remember it's a
Probably could draw
weird
it.
memory. Like I was like trying to lose weight, so I was like running in place in my living room.
Running in place. Any treadmill
Running in
or just
place.
running in place?
Just in
She's
place.
moving.
Okay.
Just high knees. Just
I
have
like it.
biometrics.
En naturel.
Yes, and then I was watching Live with Kelly, and then you guys sang that song, and I was just like, "This is the bop." That wasn't even a word back then.
Bop?
It
Is that a
was.
thing?
No,
right
it was
now?
not.
It was.
It is a thing right now,
I've
but it
I've seen
wasn't.
people like, this is a bop. And I'm
Yes,
like,
but-
wait a second.
By the way, AJ and I didn't even really know what that was.
I didn't know until
We're not
today.
even aware of our own generation and what's going on.
I didn't know
like,
what
I was like,
Stan
what's
was.
Stan? What's
What's
Bop?
Stan?
I stand your
Wow.
bops.
Yeah, like it's like I know.
Stan?
She's
Yeah,
like, what?
Stan is basically okay. So
isn't it
did
from
Eminem
Eminem?
start it?
Did you just say feminem?
No, from
Because
isn't that
that's
from
my
Eminem?
rapper name.
Eminem. No, isn't that from
Dear
Eminem?
Stan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Eminem
Like the
had a
song.
song about a really intense
Yeah.
stalker fan
Well,
that
but
he
I
named
Stan.
Stan. I don't know if
Yeah.
the guy's name was Stan. Maybe he called him Stan, stalker
His-
fan.
his name was
His
Stan.
name was Stan.
I think
Yes,
so,
Stan.
yeah.
Oh well,
So
there you
that-
go.
yeah.
So it started really with Eminem.
So it's like anybody
Like
who like
a decade
hardcore,
ago.
anybody
Like a
who like
decade ago.
hardcore reps, you know,
Right.
a movie, a song,
person.
Oh, like
an
Stan
artist.
the fangirl
Yeah.
is now the new
They're
Stan.
called
Exactly.
Got
Stan.
it. Stan
They're called-
girling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically,
Okay.
like I stand
Yeah.
with you. Like
Got
I'm
it.
a fan stalker.
Right.
Right?
I have we're gonna take it even farther back.
Shane's
for a
like,
second.
yeah, I know what that means.
I didn't.
I'm
Maybe
that.
I started it.
I'm a stalker. Hi. We're going to take it even farther back. Let's talk about Phil of the Future for a second. Don't even. That show was a bop. I don't know what
Okay,
show.
but hold on. I'm sorry. Phil the Future was not as good as Even Stevens. Even Stevens was the best
It
show.
wasn't.
And then I would say maybe I'd say Lizzie McGuire and then
Phil. I agree.
I understand what you're saying, but there was something very weirdly like rewatchable about Phil of the Future. I don't know what it was. Even Stevens, I loved it, but I didn't really rewatch the episode.
Okay,
Phil of the
gotcha.
Future, they would replay it every single Saturday morning. It was always kind of the same episode, and I would always still watch it, and I loved it. But like, what was that experience? My number one question is something that was a myth when I was younger. Was that the boy, Ricky?
Raviv, yeah.
Ricky.
Well,
Raviv.
Ricky was his
His
stage
birth name is Raviv.
but his birth name is Raviv.
I love that.
Yeah.
I know.
Raviv.
Raviv.
There was like a myth going around school that he was actually like 30 something when that show was being made. Is that true?
No, that's
but he was
funny, though.
older.
He was
He
older.
was.
He was 3 years older than me. So when I booked that show, I was 13. But by the time that we started shooting, I was 14.
Okay.
So
He was 42, actually.
Yeah.
They just told my story.
So he was.
love that.
So he was. That would be incredible. So he was like 17 when we started the show, and then I mean, and 3 years in that time
Oh, it's
frame
huge.
seems
Huge.
huge. You know, like
Yeah.
3 years now is nothing.
But I would think he was older. I definitely, there is something about him. Like, he kind of was like a man child a little
Yeah.
bit on the show. Like, I would have
Yeah.
thought he was
Yeah.
an older dude.
Yeah. I mean, he like
Yeah.
had to shave his beard and
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
Myth busted.
yeah.
Sorry, Raviv. Shot you on accident. But okay, I need to understand the Disney situation.
Yeah.
You were on Phil of the Future. Were you on a Disney show?
No,
Or you were just more
no.
on Disney
People
movies?
are so
No.
confused by this, and it's
We
very
never had a
odd.
show. You can hear it here first.
Yeah.
We never had
Never
a
had
show.
a TV show together on
Right.
the channel. Everybody says, "Oh yeah, you're in that Aly AJ show." I'm like, "No, that's
No.
our band.
Didn't exist.
We never had a show together.
We did one thing together for the Disney Channel, which was Cowbells.
Yes.
and literally will probably be on our tombstone, like
will
the
be.
girl and Cowbells.
The girl from Cowbells.
Right.
Yeah. Is there a sequel? That will be
Yeah,
on the
that'll
tombstone.
be on
That
it
will
as
the
well.
tombstone.
But is there?
Yeah, right?
No, but
No.
really, then.
So that was really the thing we did together, and then our music videos were always on. So I think
Yes.
people just create in their minds that we had a show together.
Right.
But I never even appeared on Phil the Future. Wow. I mean,
Rude.
No.
Rude.
Rude.
I was
And then
never
I
on.
did one other Disney Channel original movie that was
About
like a
magic.
magic movie or whatever.
That don't tell me. I remember the commercial. Oh, fuck, what was it called?
Now you see it.
Now you see.
Actually, I like to think it's where they created Now You See Me, the movie.
Right.
That's a good point.
Did you
where
guys
they
ever
came up
have
with
to
that.
do that? The like
Yes,
Disney
yes.
wand
She did.
stuff
I
from
was
the
a little,
commercial.
I was a
She got
little,
to.
I was a little mad that I wasn't in those.
The compilation.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh! By the way, I just watched those like maybe 3 months ago, and they made me really sad. I was like, "This is depressing."
It's really
now.
depressing.
I actually didn't have a bad experience doing it. I'm super professional, and
Wait,
I
what is this
understood.
video?
Adrian doesn't even know what
It's
this
like
is.
it was a commercial for the Disney
know when
Channel
when you
with
do
the wand.
Yeah,
The
but,
ear.
what's this
So it's
compilation?
showing like all of the Disney Channel stars doing it and like fucking up doing
Outtakes.
it. And then it shows
Shit
like
like
Hilary
that.
Duff doing it, and she's obviously
Miserable.
having a miserable time, poor thing.
Because they're getting you when you're
and
exhausted.
she's,
it's a
probably
promo.
shooting on a Saturday or
Right.
something. It's like this should be her day off. She's been shooting, 10 hours a day during the week. So she just looked like she was just
Done.
over
Right.
it. And she wasn't really, it's like, it's not that hard to do. They trace it for you. It's like, come on. I mean,
Follow the
no
lines,
offense to
guys.
Hillary, but there's literally a green Mickey Mouse thing that they have there for
a
you.
laser
It looked like she was
situation.
just like free-forming it. But anyways, but they have like a little, it's like green. So it's like a green screen. So
Okay.
you just follow the green screen. But
I never got to
I
do
ended
it.
up having fun
really
because
good show.
it was really cool at that moment in time to be on the channel because I was watching it.
Oh, yeah.
I was 14, and I was really excited because I wore blue eyeshadow when I did that
Yeah, you
whole
did.
press thing.
Yeah, you did.
And I thought I was just the shit. And
So
then I remember
edgy.
having like a
edgy.
limo that drove me to the that drove me to the.
Oh, I remember because I was the sister
set?
that wasn't on Disney Channel at
Right.
the time, and I was
Right.
going, "This bitch is getting driven
Exactly.
limo.
to a stencil of Mickey."
Exactly.
and I'm not.
And guys, guess what? After that shoot, did a drive-through through Burger King with the
Yes.
limo.
Good for you.
I remember you doing that.
And I thought I was hot shit. Like, not in a bad way, just in a like, this is really cool way.
no, almost
you
a bad
were, though.
way. Allie almost got an attitude. Like she was on the verge, but she
I
never
could see
did.
that.
I'm the darker sister between the two.
See,
So
I-
dark. She loved fairy books when she was younger and like witchcrafty books.
See, I like that because like you have kind of like a scary vibe.
Do I?
Like I would never cross you. Or you. When the chemicals react, bitch, it's an explosion.
Explosion. Although, you know what? AJ is the more like outgoing, probably give people a little bit more of a chance to prove themselves to her type. But man, when she is mad at you, she is like a snake.
Done.
I will cut you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like the snake video Taylor just posted.
Yes. Ooh, yeah, that's what she
Slytherin.
is. Yeah.
Slytherin.
Okay, so the reason I asked about the Disney thing was more because it was a weird because you guys were real music. You guys are real musicians. So and there was like a couple people on Disney Channel who
Yes, but not many. You're like,
No.
honestly, but
No.
hold up.
Couple.
No, Miley, she's talented.
She's genuinely
Demi.
talented.
And Demi, and then Jess McCartney. That was really it. As in label mates
God,
that
yeah.
like we thought, oh, they're talented. Like they do write
They
their own
sang.
music. They
Yeah.
do sing.
I'm sorry, Corey in the house.
Corey in the house.
I love Corey.
He can rap.
He is sweet.
He's so sweet. Kyle.
Was he-
Kyle Massey.
Yeah,
Kyle
Massey.
Massey.
Was he?
He's so
Was he?
sweet.
He wasn't signed. Was he?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
They
no.
didn't,
He had an
sign, they
underground
didn't
deal?
sign every single person
There
ever.
there was a couple weird ones, but then it's fun to make fun of it because they later on in life make fun of it. Like who
Yeah,
did we have on?
totally.
We had on
We all
somebody.
do it.
Elise Vanderpool.
Yeah, she made. Well, she's actually a
yeah.
really good singer, but
Yeah.
she made fun of the whole Disney singing thing. But the thing is,
Sprouse twins, they didn't do it. They were like anti, like we're not
Yeah, they
singing.
didn't do it.
We don't do this, which
that
is
would be
actually
good,
pretty
though.
cool.
but you guys got stuck in that like weird circle where they made you like sing with all of them,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I did that.
Again,
the circle
I wasn't
of
aware
life.
I did that.
You know, back then it was like I was not in that
Circle of Life. I'll
I
never
love
forget.
this shit.
It was no.
Yeah,
I'm
Circle
sorry.
of Life,
It wasn't
I'll never
Circle of
forget.
Life.
I wasn't in it.
It was A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes. Which, by the way, just to make it
That's
harder,
Disney.
that's one of AJ's favorite childhood songs. She used to sing all the time.
Sing
She
it
loves
now.
And they
Cinderella.
didn't let me
Okay,
join.
here's your moment.
They were like, we don't care about this kid. Like, she's not on the Disney Channel. And then I was in Cowbells, and all of a sudden it mattered.
Wait, did Aly and AJ? When did Aly and AJ like?
Well,
It happened after that, like right after.
It
I
happened
feel
right
like.
after. It happened. We got signed when I think I don't. Were we 14 and 12? That doesn't make sense. I think 15 and 13.
13 and 15 we got signed.
And then we made the record and it came out when we were 16 and 14.
Okay.
So it came out like a couple years after I'd already been on Phil.
Yeah.
But like Aly and AJ as in a duo, like we already had that, as a band together before
right.
I got cast on the show.
But they still
didn't know
But we
that.
have like old school scary demos that are like of AJ and I that are just.
Release them.
I mean, you want some
kinda want you to hear
hardcore
them.
OG shit? Like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can maybe just.
Okay, thank you.
slip
I
that to you.
got some song titles for you right now. It's a Girl Thing.
yes.
Dance with Me.
Hold
Yes.
on. Hip hop love.
Yes.
Hip Hop Love. And what was the other one?
You need to release all of these.
A ballad.
If I could
If I could only be here.
If you could only be
If you
here.
could only be here. That was our ballad. That was our EP, guys, when we were like 12.
Yeah.
You need to re-release it.
No,
Yeah.
we do.
Please.
And like a special
And we
edition.
had like lime green
do.
bandanas around our heads
Hell
with
yeah.
like little crop tops.
The
It was-
scrunchy crop tops that change
bad.
depending on your
But
size.
even though,
Yeah.
even though the first album came out kind of post Disney, I still remember Disney milking the shit out of it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they
for
still
sure.
They did.
turned it into a Disney
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
kind of, right?
yeah.
Yeah, they did.
What did that feel like to be like genuine, talented musicians who are like, I'm very, very serious, but then everybody's like, go on tour with fucking
Right.
the girl from Lizzie, or like,
Yeah,
what's
Cheetah Girls, yeah.
Cheetah.
That was not good. Yeah. Well,
No, not our proudest moment.
yeah. It was hard because I think like you said, we were real musicians. I mean, we were still young. We were 13 and 15, and
Yeah, we weren't looking at it like, oh, we're
like,
great
we're the
and
best
we're like
ever.
with people
But we
that
did
aren't. It
take like
wasn't
our
that.
art very seriously
Yeah.
for being that young, and we were really proud of the fact that we did write all of our own music,
Wow.
and we did play instruments. So that on top of, not to bring up the feminist thing, but like being a woman made it hard, and it made it really difficult for us because we would constantly come in and bring songs into the label, and I'm not going to name names, but there was a couple people over there that specifically always questioned whether we wrote the song. Did we write it with someone else? Like, we should change this lyric. I was like, you would never be saying this to, like, sorry, but a man.
Yeah.
And probably someone who's also older. Like,
Yeah.
if I was
Right.
25 and a dude, this conversation would not be happening.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's not cool. So that was
Yeah.
really hard for us.
Yeah, we didn't really have the full respect that I think we deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the time.
What was the tours like? Because you guys did like mall tours, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they start
Did
you
we
out
ever
with
do
that?
a mall tour?
I don't know if we
Or
did
like Six
official.
Flags? I
We
remember-
did all that.
I remember being
me
at
and
Six
AJ have been on
Flags.
so many Six Flags and survived so many rides that we should have probably died on.
Yeah. No, some
my
rides that
gosh.
actually like stalled for an hour.
Oh yeah.
2 hours.
Totally.
What?
We were
Upside
like be on
down.
it and we'd be like, cool, we're on this and we have to play the show in an hour and a half.
Yes.
Yeah.
No way. You
Yeah.
got
Because it actually
got
happens
stuck?
a lot more than you think. Yeah. Upside
Yes.
down in one.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Can't you like die from
whoa.
that if you're upside
Yes.
down for too long?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Rush of blood to the head, it's
Oh,
called.
fuck that.
Yeah,
Rush of
exactly.
blood to the head. It's
What was that like? Like, what was it like performing at so at the amusement park? Was it people who paid to see you, or was it just people at the amusement park who's like a concert?
Well,
No,
I think
the first thing.
I don't think you could like come and see the show if you didn't buy tickets.
No, because
right?
it was a closed off amphitheater. So it wasn't like you could just like, I'm getting on
at
a
the
ride,
food
but then
court.
they're
Yeah,
here
right,
and I can
right.
see it. It's like you had to actually
it was
buy
like
a
big
ticket.
enough for like what 5 to like 8,000 people.
Yeah.
usually,
God, all right, that's
were
a
yeah,
lot.
because
Yeah.
they have like those shows there, like with the animals and shit like
Yes,
that, you
yes,
know, or like
exactly.
that kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's a separate event. It's not. It's not like, hey, you're on a ride. Come listen to us.
Right.
It's like I think you'd have to purchase.
But we would
a separate-
always ride rides like multiple times, either
With the
like
band.
after our sound check or something. I mean, to the point where like now I never need to be on one of those rides
hate
again.
rides
I really
now.
don't want
They
to
make
go
me
on them
sick.
I
either.
hate them.
What was
have
it
no
like?
desire.
What was
Zero.
it like being? Because a lot of these Disney kids now, I feel, not that I know any of the shows that are on now, but I feel like they're older playing younger. But like when you're younger playing your same age, and
Yeah.
all of your friend group watches you, like what is that mind fuck? And then, like being famous musicians at such a young age, and then all your friends are just like, "Oh my god, you're famous!" Like, is that just such a weird like?
Kind of weird.
A little bit,
Yeah.
but also a lot of our friends were in the business,
Most
so
of them
like
were in
it
the
wasn't
industry.
it wasn't that odd because we weren't kids that were like in a regular school.
Oh, okay.
And doing that on the side. We happened to be homeschooled during that time, so we made ourselves even weirder and stranger and more secluded. No, but it was fine because we had like set teachers and everything. But a lot of our friends happened to be either musicians,
Doing the
our
same
band, people in acting class.
Growing up in Seattle, before Aly and I really kind of started in the industry, I would say that there were a couple friends that I'm still friends with to this day that have kind of like just held true and fast.
Yeah.
And close. Have definitely, they maybe were the ones that were like, so you're like an actor now. Like you're like a
famous
musician.
now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
like-
I know you as Amanda and you're like AJ now. Like
Yeah.
I remember having a couple of those
Ooh,
conversations.
that's interesting.
Yeah, that was weird. And then we got over it and it was like no big deal
fine.
and we're
Right.
still friends to this day.
It's funny.
So there was a couple of those.
I reconnected with a girlfriend who had
Yeah.
been like my childhood friend throughout, all of our early years when we lived in Seattle before we moved back to Los Angeles.
Shout out to Valerie.
Yeah, shout out
Hey,
to Val.
Val.
Hey, Val. And we reconnected recently, and she was telling me that she can't like watch anything that I'm on because she just is like, no, that's not Aly. I'm like, but Valerie, I'm playing a character. She's like, no,
matter.
that's not
It's not you.
how you act. And I'm just like, that is so funny. She's like, I just can't watch anything that you're in. And I was like, I actually kind of respect that.
Honestly, yeah, I get it. Because she's like,
Yeah.
this isn't my friend.
Yeah.
It's not blowing smoke up your ass. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, you were so
yeah, you were so good.
good.
She's like, no, that's not you, and
No,
I don't
it's
like that
true.
character. I'm like,
Interesting.
fair enough.
How
That's a
did
true
you?
friend.
So friends are fine. How did you guys date? I always wonder that about people
Again,
who are young.
People
in the
in the
industry.
industry. We didn't.
Like who? John Mayer.
No,
Who are you
no,
talking about? Aaron Carter. All the Backstreet Boys.
Sweetie, did you see that crazy? I don't want to. Did you see it? That crazy. I'm trying to get him on the show.
No,
so I don't wanna-
I
Get
saw
him
it.
on.
I saw it.
What did he do?
when he was
the
just
white
like
fur.
he was like, look at my teeth.
I know.
I was like, yeah.
I heard about
What, he
it.
got
I
messy?
did.
He goes,
No.
look at him.
Oh, he
Does
got
it
meth
look like I
teeth?
do meth? Look at my teeth. And I was like,
at
his
him.
teeth do look good.
He's like,
they look
good.
Better than mine.
They look
good.
good.
Yeah.
They look good. And then the person's like, why am I doing a Zoom?
Yeah, right.
What is that? What does it feel like to be like the successful ones that like got out and are still
Yeah.
okay?
Well, it
And,
kind of
like,
feels like this. I don't know if I would word it that way.
know if it feels like the
I would word it
successful
like
ones
the
that
ones
got
that
out.
like kind of made it, didn't really struggled a lot
But are healthy.
in the middle, but like are actually mentally
Alive.
sane and
Right.
like never had to go to rehab. Thank God.
right.
But it doesn't feel like the ones that made it and got out.
Really, you guys have always done well. Not only did your
mean, I
music do
guess,
well,
yeah.
not as well as it should have. Insomniatic, guys, go get it right now. But like even acting, you guys are always in shit. Like, you guys
Always
are always
working, yeah.
constantly in shit.
Yeah.
true.
Like
I
that's
guess that's
successful.
true.
Yeah. No, you're right. Because we sustained a career, and that is
Hell
successful
yeah.
in its own right.
I guess
mean,
our personal goals are so much higher than where
Yeah.
we've reached, and I'm like, I'm just
Not that we
barely
take
getting by.
advantage.
Right?
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
day. Every day I
every
feel
day
that.
hustling.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
good. That's good though.
I think it
because
is good because our we've raised the bar really high. So it's
right,
not a matter of like it's not good enough. It's more like I have so much more I want to accomplish. So it doesn't feel like we peaked ever because I just don't feel like we're there.
Yeah.
But that's cool that you see the career differently.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're right. It's been a really sustained momentum. I just don't ever feel like it's gone like that. You know what I mean?
Well, it went
Which-
like that
which-
at the beginning, I think.
at the beginning,
you know?
yeah. But then the quicker it does that, the quicker the crash
Hell
usually
yeah.
is. So
Yeah.
it's like it's
True.
The grass
no, this is
always
good.
greener.
And now you guys are coming out with new music that's like very now and like it's gonna kill it. I can just tell. So,
It feels really
hell
good.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question.
Just
that
don't
you,
do any videos in Hawaii on turntables.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
We
if
won't
you
do
need help
any-
with that, I got you.
We got you. We got you.
Wait, I have a question that you don't have to answer because this show isn't about like me getting tea or anything. But I'm just genuinely fascinated,
tea or anything?
and I care about her a lot.
Yeah.
So you were in Easy A around
Yes.
the time
Yeah.
with Amanda Bynes.
We care about her too.
I literally like that's like one person in the world who her and Britney Spears. Those are the two people in the world. I literally want to like mama bird them and protect the shit out and figure it
Yeah.
out because I feel like people don't know how. Did you see signs of that? When did this happen? Because as a fan of her, I'm trying to figure out. I went through her
Yeah.
whole archive. Like when did
Like,
this
when
happen?
did this break kind of
interesting.
happen? Yeah. You know, it's funny because AJ and I were huge fans of all that and the Amanda show and
Yeah.
all and everything.
Yeah.
And she, when I met her, she was like, well, okay, hold on. I think I literally met her and I didn't meet her through
Easy A.
Through Easy A. I met her like prior to Easy A, and I told her about that movie for some reason. I don't know. I think she asked me
did.
what is my next project that I'm doing.
You did.
And
You might
I
have
was
met
like,
at an audition?
maybe, I don't know. I wish I remembered.
And
but
Aly literally said,
but
"You're
I go,
perfect
I go,
for this
you're
movie."
perfect for this movie. You should ask your agent to go out for this film. Easy A. I go, you would be a really good Marianne. And she was like, oh, okay, I'll ask them. And then like 5 days later, she's like, I got the offer.
Oh my
and I was
God.
like,
Wow.
Great.
Yeah.
I got
Should be an
chills
agent.
from that story.
I was like, all right, damn.
Where's my percentage though?
Yeah, exactly.
right.
And
Aly
then
now works at CIA. Yeah. That's why she's in a two-piece suit.
Yeah,
ready
thank you.
for the meeting.
And then you know we started shooting, you know, whatever it was, like a month later. But I mean, not really. I don't think so. It was just like she was very sweet and nice and came over.
Maybe
and,
kind of eccentric.
yeah, just
But like what
eccentric.
actor isn't?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, and you could tell that like, you know, she obviously had been like a child star that, you know, had her family very much involved, I think, in her business, and now was like an adult and kind of getting away from that, which is, I think, you know, important for every artist to experience. So I don't know really when that happened, but it definitely made me sad. It was not like a funny thing. It was like a sad moment.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because of the whole like the whole child star thing. I just feel like nobody's completely cracked it yet or figured it out yet because I feel like it's darker. Not we don't have to go there, but I definitely
is
feel
dark.
like there's some really darker shit than
Yeah.
anybody even realizes about that
Yeah.
industry. Like we won't get into it, but it is. Oh God, I just want her to be okay.
Yeah.
She did an interview recently. She looked.
I know, we saw that.
I mean, I'm happy that she's fucking alive.
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Another question. So this religious thing, because I grew up super like born again Christian or whatever. I still consider myself Christian, I guess. I don't know. ish. I still pray. Say
I love how you're checking with Jesse.
I was like,
She's like,
I'm like, do I do? Cuts to like a blow up doll behind me. But
Yeah, right?
my very religious mom always says that God has a sense of humor and that's why he made me.
amen.
cute.
No, but what was that like growing? Because I remember reading interviews years ago, like in Teen and all these things, because I really was obsessed with you guys.
Blender magazine.
And and I remember listening to Slow
14.
Down as I was like
Tiger
trying to be a
Beat.
virgin till marriage, as if I had a
Slow
choice
Down.
being that fat kid. I was like,
Down.
I'm saving myself.
You did have a
Nobody
choice.
wanted it.
Yes, you did, Jane.
As he's shoving a toothbrush up his ass.
No, by the way, I was just gonna say it was no regular toothbrush. It had a little vibration in there.
did.
A
Sonicare.
little bit.
Yeah.
Lost the battery. Like, well, and-
Oh my god.
no, but what was that like? And were people like fucking mean to you? Because I feel like, especially in Hollywood, especially with these crazy ass people, like are people, I feel like even when I first started YouTube, I would like mention in videos that I was kind of religious, kind of Christian, whatever. And people get so mad. I can't imagine
people
being
do.
in the industry.
People really,
No, it's
it's
a good
funny.
question.
I think because religion.
So sweet you care about this stuff.
Yeah.
It is.
I think
It's like, oh, that did hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
thank you. Yeah, let's talk about that.
That's why we got a couch now for you guys.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
get your
Therapy.
It's like
therapies out.
therapy. I think that because religion can be so often used as a way to judge people, that people immediately
Want to
reject
attack
it
it.
and they want to
Or
attack,
attack it, yeah.
And so I think for us, it was like a way of like, I don't know, people being able to, I don't know.
Take advantage of the fact that we were
Yeah.
nice by saying like they're
Yeah.
goody goody Christian girls,
Right.
and it's like, well, what's wrong with that? I mean, I don't know. There was one scenario that still makes Aly and I laugh. I'll never forget. Blender magazine. We were like 16 and 18, maybe younger, and
We invited
one of the interviewers
to our
over
home,
to the
which
house,
we never should have done.
which we shouldn't have done. It was too personal. But he came over, and our
Had
parents
dinner.
cooked a meal, and I know it was a lot.
Whoa.
And it was a huge spread in the magazine, and it was one of those things that was like a sit down piece.
Wow.
And he at the time, now I look back and I'm like, he did nothing. But at the time, what he wrote really hurt.
We were
devastated because
Really?
we were like, we're in a big magazine, and it's like it's kind of a
And
big
it's
girl
adult, it's
magazine,
cool,
and
yeah.
And I remember him just like, you know, Aly and I had sung the national anthem at the White House, so we had a picture on the wall with Bush. And, you know, he mentioned that in the article, like, you know, they got Bush all over their house. And like their parents cook them dinner every night and they just sit there and wait for the meal to arrive and it's hot. And,
Ooh,
you know what I
rude.
mean? And it's like,
Yeah.
we're 16.
And they're like, they live in a gated
Right.
community. You
And
know,
it was,
and
yeah, it was like they live in a
just
gated
very-
community in Calabasas, and it's like, I'm sorry, like, but this is my dad's money. Like, I'm not paying for
Yeah.
this house. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
we, you know, if you want to say privileged or sheltered or whatever, it's like, I don't think there's anything wrong with those things if you're a kind person. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Aly, I don't look at being sheltered a bad thing. I think Aly and I actually, in a good way, I
think we were saved from some things that we didn't need to experience at
Yeah.
that age, you know.
Totally.
Whereas I think some kids experience it and they didn't need to.
Right. I agree.
So I think there were
he enjoyed tearing
and kind
up
of and
the
just
fact-
and loved the fact that like, you know, there was a religious aspect to it. Like,
Right.
oh, they're so, you know,
he asked us about evolution, and we said something, and he flipped the sentence into like,
Oh no.
you know, that we don't believe in
That we don't
evolution.
believe in-
Whatever, you
yeah,
know.
whatever.
And it's like it's fine. Everybody can have their own beliefs.
clearly this still affects me.
I know.
No,
But it
recently it came up again on Twitter, and I was like, "That's that Blender magazine
Yeah,
article,"
it's
and it really
hilarious.
hurt at the time.
Yeah. I mean, but it's one of those things where, like AJ said, people I think, you know, are looking for some reason as to like,
Yeah, they're quick.
You know, why are these girls so nice? Oh, well, then maybe it makes sense that they're like religious and sheltered, and their parents
Right.
are like, you know, controlling all their thoughts.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, I didn't grow up in a creepy church.
Yeah.
Thank God. Like, we never had any weird, you know, shit go down in any of those scenarios.
Sweat lodges and shit.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
no,
We weren't a part of a cult.
Yeah,
like, you know,
sweat lodges.
it was very healthy and very all inclusive.
And then when we got older, we were able to also figure out what we wanted to do
On your
and be
own,
on our
yeah.
own.
Yeah.
And that's the most beautiful part about
Yeah.
religion. It's
Yeah.
like
Right.
whatever direction you feel like is right for you.
I think the thing that bothers us the most about our religion specifically is that
The heavy judgment.
Is that there's a heavy judgment.
What is your religion?
Christian? Yeah, Christian.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that I think there's a heavy judgment that is just a part of every church in some weird way because it's like our way or the highway.
Right.
And then you know with the fact that the church in general leans to the right, which I think is just insane. I think it goes absolutely against everything that is taught in the Bible,
Right.
truly. So I think when anybody tries to use that as an
Yeah.
example of
Yeah.
like, well, this is, you know, God says not, it's like, no, actually, he's down with everybody,
Yeah.
loves everyone, doesn't care who they love, you know, what the color of their skin is. you've got it totally twisted, and you're reading the Bible like backwards. I'm confused.
I agree.
So that's the one thing.
But
that
it stirs up a lot to be a liberal Christian. It stirs
I
up.
bet, and I'm sure
Yeah.
it's not easy. And like one of my friends is a gay Christian, openly, like, and he just kind of put a little video, like exactly, like, but
Right.
no, I have my own relationship with religion, and I'm also
Right.
gay, but I also don't feel like God hates me for it, or
No.
you know, all that kind of stuff.
Wait, did you
but-
just come out?
me? No,
you-
I grew up Catholic.
You just said you were gay?
No, my friend of mine.
Honestly, you're gay.
I heard that too.
I was like, what?
Jesse's coming out right now.
I was like, this is...
Hey, I want God to
Wait,
know.
I want God to know.
That's amazing.
God.
God's like, oh honey, I know.
God's
like, "Girl, I made
that's
you."
how I made you.
Yeah,
I love
I'm gonna
that.
turn that water into wine for
That
you
would
too.
be hard though for your friend, like because
Right.
that's
'Cause he
a
gets judged
major
off- yeah.
juxtaposition to be that
Right.
in a
Exactly,
church.
but like you said, it's open for interpretation, and you know,
Totally.
people are going to read these stories the way they want to read them and interpret it, and that
Exactly.
way, and
Right.
you know, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
By the way,
Honestly-
I love interpret it.
Interpret
That's what I
it.
do.
Honestly, one of my favorite sayings is "Do you?"
Yeah.
If that makes
That's
you
it.
I
happy
agree.
and you're stoked, great. As long as it's not hurting other people and you're not
Exactly.
harming other humans,
You're a good person.
then
That's
all
live your
good.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do say the same
I
thing.
love that. Okay, I have a question, and it's kind of like really dark, but I kind of love the dark stuff, and we get really dark on the show. But once again, legally, I don't know if you can talk about this.
Legal.
I didn't know about this until I was doing the little extra research last night. Can we talk about just a little bit? Can we talk about it a little bit?
About what?
The stalker thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to say.
If you
It's
can't,
like-
if you don't
No,
want to, we don't
I
have
think
to.
we can.
No, I think we can.
Because that shit, I do videos on stalkers and like murder. I do videos about this shit all the time. And I fell down a really dark hole 6 months ago about this one stalker who like lived in Jennifer Lopez's back pool house for 6 months and she didn't know.
Wait,
and he was like,
what?
yeah, and he was like taking pictures in it and like all these things. And then
Wait, how do you not know?
crazy.
She obviously
He was
didn't know
like
the
out of
pool.
town a lot, and then he just snuck in and broke into her pool house, lived there for 6 months. Crazy, but like it happens a lot, and I've experienced some. I'm not a celebrity, but I've experienced some like weird situations.
Yeah.
Definitely, got a gate.
Yeah.
So what happened? How did that all go down? Or is there music about it on the new album?
There's no music
There's
about
no music
it.
about it. I mean, we're in a good place now. I mean, it was very scary at the time. I don't
guess
even
we-
know which one to refer to be
We
honest.
were
Really?
lucky. We had it was really two that were
Two really serious
that were
incidences
serious. You know,
that
where we
were really
had like,
after Aly.
where we had a detective involved and
And the police.
and the police.
People went to jail.
Yeah,
Wow,
it was
that's
like a
horrible.
real thing where people did time. But
Were you ever physically like threatened, like in person or anything
No,
like
no,
that? Or
thank-
Was this
thankfully.
online or was this
online
like letters?
voicemails, letters.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then kind of caught physically at a show before anything was
happened?
Yeah,
Wow.
before anything was like
Potentially.
content. Yeah, exactly.
See, and this is so. Last year, I don't know if you guys heard about this story, but one of my friends, this is really dark. But one of my friends got murdered by a super fan, Christina Grimmie.
Yeah.
And it was such a huge shock too, because I had had weird situations with like stalkers and like little various, but like weird situations. And whenever I would like ask the cops or my neighbor is a cop and whatever,
Yeah.
they would kind of brush it up because there's nothing we can do.
Right,
Like unless
that's what's
they're not
so
actually
sketchy.
assaulting
because they're not
you.
doing anything. So it's like this weird thing, especially when you're a YouTuber, because they're like,
Yes.
you're not a celebrity. So it's like this weird thing. So how do you even go about like, and maybe this is kind of advice for some people listening, but how do you go about it? Like, do you have to like collect the evidence? Like, how do you go about even?
I mean, I think there's an aspect to like just making sure that you have documents, you know, where
Right.
you might have actual proof of that person, you
Saving
know,
all the
stalking
voicemails.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that was something that we had because it was important and part of like our, you know, getting this guy, you know, behind bars. But like, I think long term, I think a huge problem I think that we have with stalking, whether it's within like the industry and just outside of it, is
yeah.
social media.
yeah.
In a weird way, it does not help.
Everything's so
Yeah.
personal.
Because everything's so personal and
And then you
people
feel like
feel
you
like,
know
they
them.
know them, they're your
Yeah.
friends, they've maybe tweeted back to you and responded,
Right.
and then there's for someone is like, oh my gosh, now I'm dating them. It's,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
whatever it is. And people have mental illness and sometimes that is a part of it.
Yeah.
Or trigger something, and so you try to be understanding on that other, you know, aspect, but
But at the same time, it's dangerous.
it's
dangerous.
dangerous,
You know, like-
yeah. And I think that's why, you know, I understand when some people say like I don't post any photos of my child on my Instagram or I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
talk about my relationship with my husband or whatever. You know, AJ and I have always been kind of open books, and that's just kind of who we are.
Yeah.
But I also totally get people just shutting out, you know, everyone from their life because they're terrified of someone knowing their own personal information.
Yeah. Well, even like the Snapchat thing, which is so, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but it's so crazy. Like, literally, there's a new feature on Snapchat where you can see pinpoint
Location.
on Google
Yeah,
Map
that's
where you
creepy.
are.
Yeah, I don't do
Yeah.
any of that shit. I turn all those
No,
off.
that's weird.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't
Location
like that.
services should
People
always
are
be off.
finding their boyfriends and girlfriends cheating on them that way.
Really?
That's
Yeah, because they're like,
That's
oh, you
a
said you at the
show.
mall, you are at Tiffany's house.
Exactly.
Like, because
Wow.
your Bitmoji is there or
Bitmoji
whatever.
is
Yeah.
And it's always a Tiffany.
Yeah, it's always
You
a
know,
Tiffany.
it's always Tiffany.
But you know what? The crazy thing is too is like checking in. Foursquare.
I don't like that because people know where you are and they
That
can
is
come and
like,
get you.
like locations should not be
Yeah.
on. You
No.
don't need to post where you're
I don't
at.
do that.
Like, I just don't think that's smart.
No, that my one of my weird experiences. I think I've told this on the show. Maybe I haven't, but I went to a restaurant and there was this guy. He was maybe like 50 or 60 years old, and he was like watching me, and then he came up to me and he said, "I've been coming here every day because I know you come here because I saw in a video and I looked at the tree and I knew where the tree was." And it was like this complicated
And you're like, what
situation,
the-
and I was like, and his nails were like this long, and he was like scratching his face, and I was like, "This is how I die."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna get fries.
Gosh,
It was
like,
so
I'll get my
scary.
burger to go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was crazy. Anyways, okay. New
Did
music.
we even cover that? Okay, I think we did.
What?
Like advice? Did we cover that at all?
Yeah.
Because we went to a dark place, and I hope Aly and I helped.
Scream, run, call 911. I mean,
Check your pool house.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Yes.
new music. What is going on? When's the album coming out? Is there a tour? Will it be at Six Flags? Can I come?
We'll be at Six Flags. So we can't really get back on the road until my commitment to iZombie is finished for the season, which we wrap January 24th.
Is it like
25th?
iCarly came back to life?
No, but that would be
it's
great.
not,
No.
but that,
Okay.
but I
iZombies
like
on the
that.
CW. It's like a big deal.
Very different.
We have people on the crew that are like
Oh,
love
cool.
that show.
Yeah, we do well. We all get along as a cast, which is like
They've been
the
so-
luckiest thing that I've been given.
They've been really supportive of the music. And
Yeah,
same with the
they're so
Goldbergs cast. I
sweet.
mean, we're really lucky that we're on great shows.
Yeah.
People we love. I mean, Aly and I, you know, in regards to kind of the next chapter in the music, 2 weeks from now we'll be releasing the music video for the single,
Okay.
which is great.
What's the vibe of the music video?
Location, where's it looking?
Where is it located?
This podcast will be out later, so
Send me the pin.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. West Coast, 80s,
Yes.
It's at a house in the hills.
a little bit of a thriller
Like
type.
creepy.
interesting.
I don't mean thriller, Michael Jackson thriller. I mean thriller genre.
fuck
Like,
it.
Ooh,
I don't wanna see
I
that.
love
like,
that.
I don't care
Like,
now.
never mind.
You're like, oh, fuck it.
Is there a little
Transformation to the
blood in
werewolves,
it?
There might be a little blood.
Ooh.
I'm a horror junkie. I'm excited. Okay.
Yeah,
You're
so
gonna
that's
like it.
stoked. And then the EP, the goal is, I mean, I don't want to say a date right now, but the EP is supposed to come out in October, which will be 4 songs.
Cool.
And then Aly and I are planning on releasing a full record next year, and that's when we would tours after the shows.
Nice.
Now, are you guys doing this like solo, independently, a record label?
Ish.
How does that all work?
I mean, we're with a distributor. Like we're not putting it out on our own, but it's Aly and AJ like LLC.
LLC.
Like it's
Right.
which is pretty legit.
Business.
Business
You better
ladies.
get that limited liability company.
Exactly.
Liability.
well, but
company.
that's the smarter way to go. Like I've
is
talked
kind
to
of independent.
so many musicians that
I mean, you
we've
do
had
end
on.
up recouping more, I mean, in the long run. But it's hard because you don't have a tour support, which you have at a
You don't
label.
have an in-house radio support. You don't
Yeah,
have tour
those other
support,
things
so
don't
You're
come
funding
with
a lot
it.
of
So
it.
you're funding a lot of stuff on your own. But that's why AJ and I are part of this really cool company called Pledge Music, which has like curated fan experiences up on our page that we help create that you pay for, and that
Yeah.
basically goes right into our music. Like
Right,
it's
right,
like
right.
you know, you're paying for like an
It's
Aly
kind
AJ
of a
t-shirt, but it's
Kickstarter,
not
but
like for us to
really
like
personal.
eat. It's like for us to
Right.
be able to go and do band rehearsals and to go and like do more, you know, promo videos or whatever it is. So
and
that's
it's all
kind of
curated
really cool.
by Aly and I, so it's like a personal fan experience, whether it's like you're able to watch the premiere of our music video, or we're going to do a listening party for you, or
Or you want Aly AJ
or you
socks.
want old boots that we wore on tour that are like Fry boots
Yes.
that we wore for
Yes.
the 2000s.
All the stalkers are like, yes.
8.5, size 8.5.
You know what you guys need to do, and you need to get in on, is because such a huge audience on YouTube is obsessed with you guys and like grew up with you guys, like people my age, like really obsessed with you. You guys need to start doing like I guess VidCon just passed. But I don't know if you guys even know about this, but there's these huge conventions that I hate going to.
Yeah.
But there's like 100,000 people
like
there.
BeautyCon and
BeautyCon, all these people. If you guys did like a fucking performance where you did all the hits and the new stuff, and oh my God,
I can
that
totally
would
see
get me to go to VidCon.
Right, you're like, I would go even though I hate it.
I would actually go because that's like that's the world. Like
we would totally start going to things like that next year when we're ready for a live show.
I thought that you were going to say that we need to do like a live blog every week, and I was like, I thought
he was too. I thought he was too, and I was like, that is not our speed. But the people that do it, I'm like, yes,
more power to you.
No. Wait, wait, what do you mean? So you guys haven't done a lot? Have you guys not performed live together in like 10 years?
A long time, not 10.
No.
We did some stuff. Okay, do you remember the Hot House era, the 70s
I have
Violet
questions
moment?
about that.
Okay.
So it's been like 4 years since we performed.
Because we did some live stuff around that stuff.
Yeah.
Because the story is like, oh, they're back after 10 years, but I'm like, oh, they were back 4 years ago.
I like that.
But under Aly and AJ,
they're right. They're technically correct.
But why did you guys make us? So you guys, for those of you who don't know,
it wasn't good enough.
You had 78 Violet, which was another band, but it was you guys.
It was basically us. It was us. There was nothing different about it except just the band.
We weren't in disguise.
So why did you guys do that?
I think we had like a preconceived notion out there that fans had of like who Aly and AJ were, and I think we were like, no, that's not who we are.
We wanted to defy,
I think that was it, and it was just that we wanted to like shed.
That was your like Michelle Branch doing country moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally. No, absolutely.
That's actually
the Wreckers.
Yes.
That's the perfect example. So, I mean,
we were a little insecure about what Aly and AJ meant.
I think to us at that time too, we were like, Aly and AJ is so young. It's like, but that's us. Like that is my name. That's her name.
Yeah.
And that's also like something that we worked so many years to grow. So we recently looked back at it and just kind of said, why are we doing this to ourselves? Like, this is our name. Yeah, I don't know. It's not the coolest band name on earth. It's just our names. But like, that's who we are. And let's just be real and screw this 78 Violet, which I don't even know what the hell that is.
I don't either. I like Hot House a lot, but we didn't. To answer your
House.
question, we never released a full album around that song because the music wasn't strong enough. I mean, honestly,
we had a full record that we
had a
just
full
shelved.
record that we shelved ourselves.
Wow.
And that's why it's taken so long. So that's why I think we consider it 10 years.
Right.
Even though, yes, we were still working on music and we played a couple live shows surrounding 78 Violet.
Right.
That record wasn't strong enough, and we knew it. We were like, nope, this isn't us yet. Let's keep finding it until it's right. We're not releasing anything until we know it's right.
So when am I going to be able to see you guys perform all the hits and the new stuff? Like when?
That would be next year.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
But I think
know.
we're going to do some LA shows, like little small tiny
Yes.
shows, which that
Yes.
you can get
Please.
invited
That you
to.
could definitely.
Both of you guys.
Absolutely.
We missed
It won't be like a full tour, but you
By
know.
the way, the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. Do you know JoJo?
Yeah.
Get out. We had her on the show, who's so incredible, and her new music is actually really, really good.
Yeah.
And she was just like, "Oh, come to my show tonight." And she's like, "It's in, I don't know, girls, like Irvine, somewhere far."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Ooh, I couldn't make it." And then later, I saw on Snapchat the most poppin' show of all
And you're
time.
like, shit.
Would have been the best night of my
Oh no, you missed
So
it.
if you guys do a show,
You won't miss it.
Yeah, we
please
will.
Even if it's in
DM
like
me.
Carpinteria,
Let
you're
me
coming.
know.
Yes, I love Carpinteria.
It's in Carpinteria.
I don't know what that means, but I'll be
It's up
there.
north. Let's
You're
go.
coming.
It's
You're
right below Ventura.
Oh my God, you guys.
But would you do like
Wow.
dive bar scene, like something smaller, just like more, not a huge venue,
Something
but
kind of small, yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily dive bar, but something. Yeah, exactly, something small.
eclectic.
Maybe what you should do, because you guys said you're worried about the name being too young, but you could do see with Kesha, who, by the way, I don't know if you guys have heard, her new album is, I'm putting it up there.
Really?
It's next to Insomniatic. One of the best albums. Have you guys heard Rainbow?
I haven't heard
yeah.
all of it.
It's
I haven't
fucking
heard all of it.
incredible.
I've heard songs off
It's
of it.
fucking
Good.
crazy. So like that, which I was not expecting. That album's incredible. She took the dollar sign out. Maybe you guys take the and sign away and you just put it with and.
Oh, that's cool.
Boom, rebrand.
And I love that doesn't even really make sense, that sound.
Cut the amber sound.
That's so funny.
Wow,
Oh my
that's
God.
actually not
That
a
is
Or what if you
Yeah.
did
dollar sign? She's like,
AJ
no, I'm
and
dropping the
Aly
dollar sign.
instead of Aly and
switch
AJ?
us?
Just
It
switch
just-
them.
How do you say your last name? I've
doesn't
never
flow.
figured it out.
Mashaka. You know what? Think Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
Shaka.
Yep.
Every
Yes.
time I think of you
Yep.
guys, I'll think
Yeah.
Shaka Khan.
Please.
Yeah, that's when you're like, ooh, I was making out with this man, but boy, he did a trick and shocked me.
Oh God!
No.
Go home.
He pulled him
Show's
shaka.
over.
Shocking me.
Guys, please
love
go
her.
follow Aly and AJ everywhere. It's just Aly and AJ, right? That's all.
Yeah,
you're
just
handling.
Aly AJ. We
Right.
might do the ampersand, we might not.
You know what we need? Yeah, that's pending. You know what we need help with really quick before
Yes.
we leave?
I'll
Oh,
give it to you.
yeah.
You know what I'm going to say.
Maybe you just,
a
like-
fandom name.
Yeah, why don't you just work on this
We
and
need
give
to
this
name our
us?
sweet fans who have been with us for so long and the ones
Shane,
that have
you
come
can
in
do
for the
this.
first time.
The McShockers.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, AJ had an idea. Want to throw your
with
idea out that
A's.
you had?
A-Team, the A-Team. You're both A's.
Yeah, but
It's like a good show back in the day, Mr. T.
A-Team's cute.
AA.
Keep it anonymous.
Yeah. Oh
it
my
works
gosh.
if you work it.
Aly AJ Anonymous.
It works if you work it.
Yay.
Anonymous.
Aly AJ's Anonymous.
Wait, what was your idea?
AJ's was Aly and Slay Jayers.
Slay is on his way out.
I think
on
it
his
is
way
too.
out.
Shook is almost on his way out too.
Ooh,
so we need to
interesting.
find a
Okay.
new. Lit is gone.
Bop.
It's over.
I
So
need to
like
stop saying
Alit
that.
and A Shook.
Nostalgics with 2 A's. Because our okay.
Unless, do you guys have like a word that you guys always say to each other, or inside joke? Doesn't even have to go with your names.
mean,
I know
It
you're
could
right,
just
you're
be
right.
like, I love pumpernickels, so I'm calling my fans pumpernickels or whatever.
Right.
You know, like, do you have anything? I don't.
No.
That's just the word that came into my head.
No, it's a cute idea. Like
But
raisins. Yeah, I don't know.
something that you two
Raisins.
have that's
Perfect.
like that's like between you two, or an inside joke, or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah,
that you
so,
say
I
a
mean,
lot, or-
and then, well, that's a good idea. But also, we kept posting the emoji of the peach because of the butt on the cover of Take Me. So it was like, then people were like, what about where your peach is? But
I
that
was
only
like,
symbolizes
no, I go,
like
that's just-
one song.
Yeah.
I was
It's
like, we're not known for our
we're not known
Yeah.
for butt.
what about
you know
fruit salad? No, okay. It's like
Our
just
fruit
be
salads?
inclusive.
I don't know, guys.
Anyways,
It's like-
just I want
That will
you
be
to
the challenge.
meditate on that.
Guys, leave some comments.
no, honestly.
Yeah.
Hashtag make shockers. Leave us some comments.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, but yes.
That is so funny.
we
Do you
That's
call
one
like
thing we
kids
need.
anything really cute? Or you guys have any like sayings like that you say all the time? Like,
I mean,
oh, girl.
Dringus. We call each other Dringus.
Our dringuses.
Hello, Team Dringus.
I don't know. That sounds. It sounds like kind of racist, and I don't know why.
Does it?
Like to Australians,
Really?
I don't know. There's like a weird.
It's a John C. Reilly.
There's a ring
it's
to
It's a Steve Brule.
It's a Steve Brule reference.
Oh, hello. What insomniatics?
but that's
You know,
not
my
a
mom,
word.
my mom said that, but it's
not a
not a
word.
word.
It's in
and
Urban
from an old-
Dictionary.
And
It
it's
is
from-
now.
it's from
It's
an
from an old
old
record.
record.
I don't want to go back to that.
I do.
What about our rushers?
Everyone start thinking about
That
it.
sounds like a period.
It does.
Our Russians.
You guys Russian?
Yeah, you ain't from Russia. Why you Russian?
Our Russians.
Our Russians.
I don't know what to do.
That'll catch.
See, I told you guys.
good
this is
question.
hard.
And it's hard
funny.
because it's like you don't really want to use our last name because not enough people know how to say it or
Right,
know it.
right.
People know us as Aly and AJ. They don't even think of us with a last name.
Right.
So it's not like you can use Swifters or
No.
Selena Nader. Well, that's her first name.
Selenators?
But I don't know. I don't know.
By the way, who creates these fandom names? Is this just a
I
thing?
don't have.
Some
I don't
wizard.
know.
I tried to do Pod Squad, but you hated
No,
it.
fuck that. I think
like
it's
it.
cool that you
Pod
don't
Squad?
have
Pod
one.
Squad.
What about
it's like the fans of the
Dawsonators?
podcast?
Oh. I don't mind that. for this.
Dawsonators,
I don't know.
right?
When people have
Dawsonators.
names for their fandom, it makes me want to barf.
No,
then
honestly,
maybe we don't do it.
Maybe it's
think
like,
you're
look,
too
I
cool
kill the
for that.
idea.
Yeah,
immediately.
right?
actually, you know what? Maybe we are too.
You know
cool
what?
for that.
Maybe we don't
Doesn't mean
establish
that we're
a
not
fan
too
name.
cool for our
And by the way,
fans.
why do our
Right.
fans need to be labeled something?
They don't need
They're
to.
their own
they don't
human
need to be
beings.
Triggered
lumped-
already.
Guys, they don't need to be lumped into one.
No.
The non-lumps.
No.
They have their
They're
own
non-lumps.
They have their own names.
And they might be fans of multiple artists. Therefore, don't label them as one thing.
Yeah.
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 You guys, I think we
I think
just
you're onto that.
Yeah,
You're
and if it
onto
hasn't
something.
happened organically, then maybe
Then
it
it's not
shouldn't.
supposed to.
Then it's not meant to be.
You're right.
Do
It's
you?
not meant to be. Just
No,
do
do
you.
you.
Do you?
And call yourself whatever you want to be called.
That's right.
I love that.
And embrace it.
I love it, guys.
Vibe.
Guys, go get Take Me on all the places. iTunes, the Spotify, the
Title? Apple Music? No one uses Title.
Apple Music.
Apple Music.
I know. The song is really, really, really fucking good. Has radio picked it? They're going to pick it up.
I think they will.
They
I
better
think
pick
so.
it up.
I mean, it's not on radio right now.
It's not on radio
Guys,
now.
just
request, is that even,
Spotify.
do people request shit? I don't know.
I don't-
But request
I
it
used
if
to
you
call
I don't
want.
know
it
if
a
that
request.
works anymore.
I don't know.
I
don't
used
think-
to.
You know what?
You did?
Sadly, I don't think the
Yeah.
music business is that charming and sweet and simple
Anymore.
Yeah. It's not about calling.
I would call and be like, "Hi, can you play Ace of Base?" You know, like I saw the sign.
Oh,
They're like, no,
yeah,
we get
Yeah.
paid to play it.
That's cute, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This has been
been really
literally
sweet.
a dream come
Great.
true. I can't believe that I just did a podcast with you guys. This is so crazy.
You've been
Wow.
so affirming
I
and
want to make
sweet
sure. Let
to
me go
us.
over my notes. Let me just make sure I
Okay.
got.
No,
I got everything.
please,
Okay.
I want you to go over
Let me go
everything.
through. Okay.
We also can have a little
Check,
private
check.
chat
Yes.
outside of
Okay.
it.
Phil of the future. Got it.
a little
Okay.
like a off the record type
Yes.
of situation.
Christian. Got it. How do you date? Got it. Okay. I
covered
think
a
we.
lot.
I think we
Yeah.
got it. Oh, Playboy. We didn't talk about that, but you guys just did Playboy. But you didn't show boobies.
But we didn't show
No,
boobs,
we
and it
didn't.
doesn't matter.
Boring.
It was a good spread. Yeah, kind of.
Boring. No, it was fun, and we got cool images out of it.
All right, guys. Go check out Playboy.
Check out
But
Playboy.
it's only online. It's not.
It's
a physical
online
copy.
and it's clothed. But check it out.
check it out.
All right, you guys. We're gonna go get Aly and AJ's everything on everywhere.
And check
Jess,
out Pledge Music.
Pledge Music.
out on Pledge Music.
What's your website?
AlyAJ.com.
Oh,
It's
and
pretty straight
sign.
up.
Or and.
Well, no, it has to be spelled out because you can't do ands.
Oh,
in
there
that.
is no ampersand for
Just like you can't do ampersand on Twitter.
Oh my God. Wait, I just figured it out. I know we said.
ampersands?
The ampersand.
Oh my
I
god!
got chills, guys. I got
just
chills
got
on that. I got
chills.
chills
Wait,
on that. My hair is sticking up.
Wait,
The
you
ampersand.
guys, the ampersands.
Yeah.
And it's capital A and capital A, or
Yeah.
is it amperfans? No, I wrote it.
Wow, guys, the magic just went like.
I literally shaking. Just get
Guys,
that off.
Yeah, the
Ampersands is good.
The ampersands.
Jesus approves.
He does.
Yeah.
You guys, that was prophetic.
That was the moment.
Honestly, you're amazing.
It felt
Both of
it.
you are. You guys
You're
are
like, thanks. Glad I can help
it.
you.
If we go with it, that's great.
Yes. No commit. Don't
If we
commit.
go.
Don't commit. AJ's like, we are not.
Well,
like, we
no,
need
because
out.
I kind of do
I
love what you
love
said
that.
No, I
about
kind of
not
love what you
doing
say
something.
about it. Now,
Like,
now Shane's like, no, it's the best idea ever.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
mine.
No, it's
Give me
hashtag
credit.
it.
Because it hit me. You know.
ampersands.
All right, ampersands.
Okay. It's cute.
Is that
Sound
what I said?
ampersands.
It's cute.
It's cute.
Just ands.
Ampersand Fran.
I love it
Fans.
because they are part of that and in Aly and AJ.
We are.
They are.
The and. They
Because
are.
they keep you together.
Yes.
They're the glue.
Oh my God.
Therefore, they're the ampersands.
They're the glue. And
It's, you guys,
That's
it
it.
is
Guys,
so good.
This was a really fun chat.
And if they're obsessed with you, they can get the and sign tattooed on them.
but then our
Oh,
names
shit.
aren't on them, which is good.
Which
I
is
don't
maybe
want. I don't
good.
want my
They
name
just
on
have a
anyone.
random and.
Yeah.
This was a therapeutic couch.
I really enjoyed this.
I love this place.
I know AJ is going to be like, that was really fun, like genuinely.
Yeah, we're gonna
Ooh,
talk
I
it
love
when we're
that.
done. Yeah,
No,
she's
she knows.
going to be like
Ooh, I
telling
can't
me
wait
like
for
that was
that.
actually like
How's my-
really fun, and I
You looked
want to
up.
come
Is
back.
my hair okay?
Oh yeah, you're
You know,
good.
I've been keeping
I'm
tabs.
actually going to go to a chiropractor after this and get a little
Yes. To get an
adjustment.
adjustment.
I went yesterday.
I'm a little out of
good.
whack.
You did.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a
good
great
luck
guy.
with
So it was
that.
a good day. This was a good day.
It was a great, and I'm gonna go see my godson now.
Oh, how old?
Oh.
How old is he?
2.
Oh, I love that.
AJ's like,
I don't know. No,
Right.
he's
Baby.
so amazing.
All right,
You guys are the
ampersands.
best.
We'll see you guys
Thank
next
you. We
time.
love you.
Bye.
All the effects. All the effects.